Hello, BookTube. I'm back out here in the living room. We both are. And I thought I would do a little mail. It's not the travesty that yesterday was, where I pounced on the mail without you, but it is smaller. It's just 3 packages. I don't know if there'll be more. Today could be, but we've never had a problem talking about 3 books. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. See if anything is truly interesting here. Uh, okay. All right. This is a September book. We're going to start to get more and more books, even though the summer hasn't started yet. We're gonna. It's the way you'll know is that window will be open. and, the the summer hasn't really started yet, but we're going to get more and more books for the fall. They're going to start to pile up, and this is one of them. This is going to be a big thing for the fall. This comes out in September. I have only blurbs on the pub sheet, not any description of any kind. This is The World That We Knew, the new novel by Alice Hoffman. So what have we got here? How can I read? I want to read you the book without depriving you of Frida. At the time when the world changed, Hanny Cohn knows she must send her 12-year-old daughter away to save her from the Nazi regime. She finds her way to a renowned rabbi, but it's his daughter, Etty, who offers hope of salvation when she creates a mystical Jewish creature, a rare and unusual golem, who is sworn to protect Leia. Once Ava is brought to life, she and Leia and Etty become eternally entwined, their paths fated to cross, their fortunes linked. Leia and Ava travel to Paris, where Leia meets her soulmate, to a convent in western France known for its silver roses, to a school in a mountaintop village where 3,000 Jews were saved. Meanwhile, Etty is in hiding, waiting to become the fighter she's always known she's destined to be. Okay. What does it mean to lose your mother? How much can one person sacrifice for love? In a world where evil can be found at every turn, we meet remarkable characters that take us on a stunning journey of loss and resistance, fantastical and mortal, in a place where all roads lead past the angel of death and love is never ending. Okay, so this takes place in Berlin in 1941. I can already foresee at least a couple of objections to this thing. It's a whimsical, magical realism love story that uses as its dramatic springboard the Holocaust, which I've heard other authors say that is, no matter how ubiquitous it starts to become, that is kind of in really poor taste. We shall see. Alice Hoffman has never been a writer who has just knocked my socks off. Always liked, but never loved. So we'll see. Also, I'll be curious to know why there's a heron on the cover. I admit I'm shallow in that way. Let's see. These next two are cardboard, and then we'll be done. Okay, so the fall has a new Alice Hoffman novel. Curious to know. I'll be curious to know how much reviewing it gets. Just what her cachet is anymore. Okay. All right, great. This is a little late getting to me, but that's all right. This is the finished copy of Dawson's Fall by Roxana Robinson. What's the matter, baby? Huh? What you doing? Why don't you come back over here and lay down instead of bouncing all around? There you go. Good girl. Let's see here. She's really tired. She's feeling really restive as well. Let's see. Okay, so this comes out in mid-May. I've got enormous amounts of blurbs. I've got an enormous interview. I've got a reprinted op-ed that she did, or that was about her. Okay, so that's a 5-page pub sheet without any useful information at all. So once again, I'm going to have to read from the book. Oh, baby, you have made a mess on your window. And now you're looking for something else to do. Okay, right. So the pub sheet does me no use at all. But I'll beg your indulgence. We'll read from the book. Dawson's Fall is a novel about the central paradoxes of our history. One that shows us America at its most fragile, fraught, and malleable. Set in 1889 in Charleston, South Carolina, Roxana Robinson's tale draws on journals and letters of her own great-grandparents, woven together with a novelist's narrative grace. The story spans the life of the tragic hero Frank Dawson as he attempts to navigate the country's new political, social, and moral landscape. Dawson, a man of fierce opinions, came to the United States as a young Englishman to fight for the Confederacy in a war he understood as a conflict over states' rights. He later became the editor of the Charleston News and Courier, creating an influential platform and emerging as a voice in the New South. Okay, all right, well, I've had this and haven't got to it, so I really need to. And I was wrong. The 5 pages that they sent me does include something useful, which is the date. This is May the 14th, so this is right upon us now. I have only dipped into it, and I need to read the whole thing. So that brings us to this last one. It's been contemporary made-up stories so far, and that has not really done it for Steve, I admit. Let's see what this third one is and see if it's a strikeout completely. If it is, we don't have to upload this, although I should anyway, because you're going to be interested in stuff that doesn't interest me, right? These videos are just a service to you to let you know what's coming out. Okay, all right. This is also mid-May. This is a finished copy, and it is also we are 0 for 3. This is a finished copy. Once again, the pub sheet has the tour date and a ton of blurbs, but nothing about the book. But we've already seen it on this channel. This is a finished copy of John Waters' new memoir, Mr. Know-It-All, and that isn't really going to do it for me either. But it might do it for some of you. Let's see. No one knows more about everything, especially everything rude, clever, and offensively compelling, than John Waters. Okay, thanks. The man in the pencil-thin mustache, auteur of the transgressive movie classics Pink Flamingos, Polyester, Hairspray, Crybaby, and A Dirty Shame, is one of the world's great sophisticates, and in Mr. Know-It-All he serves it up raw. How to fail upward in Hollywood, how to develop musical tastes, from Nervous Norvis to Maria Callas, how to build a home so ugly and trendy that no one but you would dare to live in it. More important, how to tell someone you love them without emotional risk, and yes, how to cheat death itself. Through it all, Waters swears by one undeniable truth. Whatever you might have heard, there is absolutely no downside to being famous, none at all. Okay. Well, okay. Again, he's not my cup of tea. This is not my kind of book. Not least for the reason that what you just heard in that pub sheet, what is going to be very much the authorial pose throughout this book, is of someone who not only has no incentive to lie, but has every incentive to tell you the scandalous truth. This is a person who is past caring about the consensus of opinions elsewhere. And yet, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the stories that John Waters tells when he's in complete, unrecorded privacy with dear old friends, all of true, are going to be drastically different than the things you get in this book. Wow. Anyway, okay, so, all right, so the day's maybe only mail haul had nothing in it that pleased Steve. Maybe there's something in it that pleased you. If there is, let me know. If you want to read it, and also if you want to try your hand at reviewing it. So we have Mr. Know-It-All, the finished copy of John Waters' memoir. We have Dawson's Fall, Roxana Robinson's the finished copy of her new book. And we have the advanced copy of Alice Hoffman's new novel. Speak of the devil, there's a little more mail now. Let's hope for better this time around. See you soon, book 2.